Welcome to Nature's CSI, Creepy Stories of Invasion. I'm Dr. Tom Stolgren. I'm a senior scientist at the Natural Resource Ecology Lab at Colorado State University, and I have fun every day saving the world from harmful plants, animals, and diseases that come from other countries and cause us harm, invasive species. These are my science heroes, Bill Nye, the science guy, and Neil deGrasse Tyson, because they asked other scientists to share their knowledge with the world about whatever it is they do. And I work on invasive species. Now, we may not dress exactly alike. I wear a Hawaiian shirt and tennis shoes to do my science, but we have the same goals in common. Teach everybody about what we do. And so I work hard every day saving the world, and here's how I do it. I try to protect our lands and our waters from invasive species, the number one environmental threat of the 21st century. We have trade and transportation that has brought the continents back together again. We share things around the globe with imports and exports, and we end up accumulating a large number of unwanted invasive pests. They might be Asian carp heading for the Great Lakes. They might be cactus moths trying to eat up our native cactus, or mosquitoes that bring us West Nile virus, 22-foot-long pythons in the Everglades, brown tree snakes that eat the birds in Guam, zebra mussels, or the dreaded Africanized honeybee. That's an actual size photo. In every way, invasive species are a major threat. They cost our country $120 billion a year with heavy environmental costs and costs to human health. I have three stories to share with you today, and the first one is about Python GPS. Sharon Pittman and a group of colleagues put transmitters in the large Burmese pythons that now cover the Everglades National Park. There are over 100,000 of them out there. And what they wanted to see was if you moved them 20 miles away, would they find their way home? And they did, with a natural GPS system inside their brains, so they can find their way back. Why are we concerned about this? Well, snake sightings have gone up year after year after year. These were released pets from pet owners, and Adam found Eve, and pretty soon they reproduced like crazy. And they got pretty big. Four of the largest snakes captured have been in the past couple of years. Some are up to 22 feet long. Now, what are they eating? Well, that's a good question. They did roadside surveys and they found that rabbits were down 100%. It's hard to find a rabbit. They found that raccoons were down 99%. Hard to find raccoons anymore. And possums are down 99%. Oh my gosh, and bobcats are down 88%. That's a lot of species, a lot of native species that are being eaten by these invasive alien pests. And now we find out they can find their way home. Well, won't this be fun? If it takes them 10 months to go that 20 miles, but they'll find their way home. And if you release them, they might find their way home to your place, your backyard, giving a whole new meaning to puppy chow. Ooh, we're warning you. Don't set your pets free. It's a crazy idea, and they eat native species. Let's not do it. The second story I have is about the Pacu fish that invaded Colorado. Now, this is where we live in Fort Collins, Colorado. Beautiful city park and lake to jog and hike, and oh, it's wonderful. But last week, they found a Pacu fish inside the lake. Now, what is a Pacu fish? Well, a Pacu fish comes from Brazil and the Amazon River Basin, and it can grow to over 55 pounds and 3 feet long. It has really big jaws, strong jaws. It's a vegetarian, but it can crush nuts and eat its way through the riversides. Why am I concerned? Well, it got a reputation of being a testicle-eating fish. Now, these are exaggerated claims, of course. There's no real evidence that it eats testicles, but still I would worry about those big jaws and those heavy teeth. And why in Fort Collins when it belongs in Brazil? Well, this is my new swimsuit, just in case. I'm not going to take any chances, but I'm warning you, hey, If you have an aquarium, don't release the fish back in the wild. Just don't do it. It's not safe. It's not safe for other fishes in there. It can change the habitat, and it's not good for human health, possibly. Just don't do it. Okay, our third story comes from tumbleweeds that are eating a neighborhood in Colorado Springs, miles south. And what we're finding is these weeds from Asia and Europe, tumbling tumbleweeds, have tumbled into this neighborhood sometimes 10 feet high. They have to plow them out of the way every morning to get into their trucks and get out of there, just to get out of the neighborhood. They said they lost a couple of kids at a bus stop. I'm not sure. But it's bad news. These weeds are changing our lives. Hop online and check out the video. I don't have time to show it to you here. The Colorado tumbleweed problem, and it's a hilarious video of some of the problems these neighbors are facing. I just don't like weeds, and here's why. I see them everywhere I go. They're not from around here. This is my favorite postcard being sold at Grand Tetons National Park in Wyoming. And on the back of the card, it says, the valley floor takes on many colors during the spring and summer. Yeah, because of the musk thistle from Europe, the red bromes from Europe, and the yellow sweet clover from Europe. But I don't go to my national parks to see Europe. So we've got to be careful. We have to invest more time and money getting in on getting these species contained when they're small populations. Early detection and rapid response. So we don't see Europe in our national parks. We see our own native species. So let's invest in research and containment of non-native species in the national parks and state parks, city parks, and wildlands everywhere. Secondly, if you have an opportunity, plant local native species around your home instead of invasive species from other countries. Let's give our native species a chance. If they escape, it's not a big deal. The other species have co-evolved with them. So plant locally native species. All right, well, thanks for joining us. That's all the time I have. This has been Nature's CSI, Creepy Stories of Invasion. If you have any good ideas for a show, upcoming episode, let me know. My email's there and a couple of websites if you want more information. In the meantime, get out there and save the world. Thanks.